We have a resolution, hadn't been filed yet, but it says, whereas this provision in the Constitution therefore recognize the continued right of individual states to use force in self-defense if, quote, actually invaded or in such imminent danger as will not admit of delay, unquote. Whereas an unprecedented organized mass invasion of the United States is occurring along our southern border. Whereas before this invasion, Marine Corps General John Kelly, commander of the U.S. Southern Command, or SOUTHCOM, in testimony before committees in each House of Congress, the House Armed Service Committee in February, Senate Armed Services Committee in March, warned of the security threats to the United States from criminal networks and terrorist organizations penetrating the United States through our southern border, and since the invasion, he has warned that the situation poses, quote, an existential threat, unquote. This general that has been overseeing our military in our southern area says that the threat to our country, threat to our very existence, our continued existence is at risk with what's going on at the southern border. This resolution goes on, whereas credible sources have reported plans for an even larger invasion, whereas between June of 2012, when the Obama administration unilaterally implemented the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, through March of 2014, approximately 550,000 illegal aliens received temporary deferred action, according to USCIS. Whereas Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson admitted that DACA was in fact luring people to cross the U.S. border, whether they were eligible for the deferred action or not, in an opinion editorial he wrote for Spanish-language newspapers. Whereas a court order signed on December 13, 2013, by U.S. District Judge Andrew S. Hainan of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Texas found as factual that, quote, the DHS, instead of enforcing our border security laws, actually assisted the criminal conspiracy in achieving its illegal goals. The U.S. court also found that a private citizen doing the exact things the DHS is doing, quote, would and should be prosecuted for this conduct, unquote. Additionally, the court found that, quote, the DHS has simply chosen not to enforce the United States borders laws, and that the DHS is rewarding criminal conduct, and that, quote, these illegal activities help fund the illegal drug cartels, which are a very real danger for both citizens of this country and Mexico, unquote. As the state of Texas reported, it has identified between October of 2008 and April of 2014 a total of 177,588 unique criminal alien defendants booked into Texas county jails. Think about that now, Mr. Speaker. 177,588 criminal aliens booked for crimes into Texas jails who were responsible for at least 611,234 individual criminal charges over their criminal careers. That included 2,993 homicides. People are being killed in America, and specifically, according to these figures, 2,993 that we know of by criminal aliens in this country. And they've committed at least 7,695 sexual assaults. You want to talk about a war on women? This administration will not defend the women of America from criminal aliens by the thousands and hundreds of thousands. Well, we know thousands, and we know people are coming in by the hundreds of thousands illegally. And this administration wants to talk about other people having a war on women when they will not defend the women that are being sexually assaulted by illegal aliens in this country. In Texas alone, we know of 7,695 such assaults.